The Terra Luna cryptocurrency is dead, partially while trading at over $100 just a few weeks ago. It is now down to fractions of a penny. In today's video, I want to give you the what to expect next, Kwon's proposal to reset the Terra Luna blockchain, a fresh look into a billions of dollars of Bitcoin that Luna held, what happened to the Bitcoin that you should know as an investor. My name is Anuj. Let's get it. First off, analyzing how Terra Luna price got here. Many people see this and thinks, wow, the price crashed, everybody must have stole, that's why the price crashed, and that's only a little bit true because in reality price equals supplies and demand. So yes, demand did go down, that was some people selling, but the majority of this was actually supply increasing as per the latest data from the block research. Luna circulating supply did a 19,000 in a 4 days. This is hyperinflation, hyperinflated. Coins are worth less, so here is a chart of Luminous calculating supply as of yesterday, and as you can see trillions and trillions of coins was printed now. Why did Dakuna and the Terra Luna Foundation did this well? They printed more to sell on the open market in an attempt to prop us their stablecoin USD, and we know from coverage on this channel they have failed. Thus far USD currently sitting at 15 cent on the dollar. Anyway, back to Luna. I shared this with you because so many people I saw on Twitter were buying the dip, buying thousand it not hundred of thousand of Luna, because I thought, wow, it if it just gets back dollar, if it just goes back to $100 all time high, I will be a billionaire. The truth, because the supply was inflated, the price will never go back to what it once was, let alone even a dollar. The Terra Luna crash has seen the Luna circulating supply increase from an original supply of 345 million to now almost 6.5 trillion Luna. This means for Luna to get back to the $1, it will need to grow market cap 13s as large as Bitcoin. So it's not happening, at least not happening this decade. Unless of course they take back that supply rest to Bitcoin, and that's exactly what they Kwon in part has proposed to Dokona resurface to propose a clean slate for Terra, this time without the UST stablecoin. So this was proposed just 2 days ago. Dokwana called this his ecosystem reveal plan, and in this he suggested that UST is not coming back and that the Terra blockchain must redistribute tokens to move forward in a direct quote from. Why he says the ecosystem need to redistribute the token? He says the holder of Luna have so severely been liquidated and diluted that we will lack the ecosystem to build back up from the ashes. While a decentralized economy does not decentralize money, UST has lost too much trust with its users to play the role. I agree, even they got the peg back to a dollar. I don't really see people trusting their money in UST. Now interested of building back with UST, Kwon proposes revaluatizing the network around the Terra blockchain network. We have built up one of the greatest, most vibrant developers ecosystems in crypto with some of the smartest minds in the world working on products with the best UI UX, and Terra Luna does have a growing dare, I say, thriving dev ecosystem that dApps were being built on now, of course. If Dakun wants to redistribute the token, the devil's in the details. How exactly does he plan to do it? Well, as I said at the beginning, right now there's are over 6.5 trillion tokens for Terra Luna. Terra Foundation Dokana is processing resetting Luna back to just 1 billion tokens distributed in this way. 40% of Luna holders before the depegging event. That means it will not count if you bought the dip, if you bought it for pennies or for the dollars. 40% would just go back to those original holders before the collapse. Another 40% would go back to the UST stablecoin holders pro rata at the time of the new network upgrade. So, anybody that still hold the Bitcoin would get allocated with 40, then other 10 to Luna holders at the final moment before the chain holds as you know. In holds as the Luna blockchain was halted twice on Friday, and then the final 10% would just go back in community pool to further the growth of new Terra Luna 2 blockchain. So that is the proposal on the table again. It's up to the community on if they goes through if this is tweaked in any way or if this is voted as is. Now, next up, Rukana did take to Twitter. This is the last message he put on a few days ago, saying that he was heartbroken over Tara's demonize her was that exact tweet. I spent the last few days on the phone calling Tara community member, builders community members, employees, friends and family that have been devastated by the USDT paging. I am heartbroken about the pain. My invitation has brought you all. I still believe that decentralized economies deserves decentralized money, but it's clear that UST in its current form will be not money. Now, did Nukana cash out in time or did he lose his money too? Neither I nor any institution that I am affiliated with profited in any way from this incident. I sold no Luna nor UST during the crisis. We are currently working on documenting the use of Luna Foundation guards. BTC reserved during the depending event. Please be patient with us as a team are juggling multiple tasks at the same time. So Dokana is going to put out a post-mortem report to exactly what happened. But that does bring us to the next obvious question. What happened to the $3.5 billion in Bitcoin that was sitting in Terra's reserve? Right, they bought that Bitcoin for a reason and nobody knows what exactly happened to those reserves and where are they now. So we are waiting on the post-mortem from Dokana, but they did have over 80,000 Bitcoin in the reserve worth billions of dollars. Now analytic firms have done a little analysis and tried to pinpoint where exactly those Bitcoin went. For example, Kwon told us 3-4 days ago that a loan of $750 million worth of BTC were going to OTC trading desks to help protect the peso out of that 80,000 BTC. That does represent around 22,000 BTC worth that amount of money at the time, so that about 25 of their reserves. Now later that evening a further 30,000 BTC worth almost $1 billion at the time was sent from another LFG wallets to the same address. Again we assume OTC trading decks after the within hour. The entirety of this 52,000 plus BTCs was moved to a single account at a crypto exchange, Gemini, via several Bitcoin transactions. Again, this was day ago, and the reason they had all the Bitcoins, the purpose of having a very large reserve of Bitcoin was potential to purchase UST, their stablecoin, to push the price back up to $1, which is probably the reason it went sent to exchange. But it's not possible using the blockchain alone to identify whether it was sold to support the UST price. So while all the Bitcoin was sent to exchange, we do not know whether all of its sum of its how much of it was sold or how Terra Luna still has left. If you have thoughts on any of this, I encourage you to comment your share through down below. We all are checking the comment section together right now. And next up, let's talk about moving forward. Let's talk about the flow. Top shock creature when release a $725 million fund to support the flow ecosystem. So this is new ecosystem fund for flow will to be used to support the 7,500 developers on flow to build new gaming infrastructure, DeFi and content creator products on the NFT blockchain. So this is major support for the Flow ecosystem. And in fact, the new fund was backed by 17 firms that have experience backing out successful Web3 companies, including the large investment firms like A16Z, Spartan Group, and Coin Fund. So now that these companies have invented what specially will these hundreds of millions of dollars used for, the fund will use to attract developers to bring their work onto Flow instead of competitor Ethereum, which still dominates NFTs despite high gas fee. And within the Flow ecosystem itself, the funds will provide support for gaming infrastructure, DeFi, content and creators. So this is flaws push to outcomplete Ethereum, outcompete Cardano, Solana, etc. And they got major funding to do it. And next price of news will Symbolic Finance. Huge integration with 1 inch. We want to be a silver lining in today's turbulent world and bring some cool news. Intriguing with one such enables the price discovery for crosshair swap. So just remember Symbiosis. So just as a reminder, Symbiosis is a multiple chain liquidity protocol offering major interoperability for DeFi or anything that needs liquidity and needs to jump from one chain to another. And today they have announced that they partnered and integrated with 1inch to enable the best price discovery for cross-chain swap. Pretty cool. Love to see the progress. And next piece of news, Steephen's move to earn model has crypto analytics seeing a long-term value. And just for some background, this move to earn app on the Solana blockchain has users get crypto rewarded, but just from walking, just from juggling anyway. The news today is that the fitness app has grown to more than 3 lakh daily active users in just a few months. So cool anyway to see fitness and crypto move to earn kind of becoming super popular and cool to see the users growth for Steep, that is super popular and cool to see the users growth for Steepen. That's all I got. Thank you.